So continuing our discussion about the flow state and what flow is, who defined this term flow and what it means? Flow has been studied for years, and it's been around since the dawn of time, since the beginning of mankind. We've been able to enter these flow states, and for the last couple of centuries, people have been trying to define and focus in on exactly what's going on in our mind when we enter these more creative states. In 1871, Albert Heim said high risk experiences precipitate radical shifts in consciousness. In 1901, William James said these radical shifts in consciousness amplify mental and physical skills. In 1915, Walter Bradford Cannon said there's biology beneath our mythology. So we have these theories that we can do stuff, and there's indications that there's physical things that happen in order for these other things to happen. In the 1950s, Jose Silvas basically said anyone can learn to enter altered states by tap into intuitive senses and increase focus. In 1964, Abraham Maslow said all successful people depend on peak experiences. In 1975, Mihail Csikszentmihalyi said flow is universal, and Csikszentmihalyi is considered by most people to be the father of flow. He was a professor at Claremont Graduate University, and he documented this as a neurological phenomenon. And since we're able to document things, we're able to identify them. So he came out with 8 or 9 different things that he can document that say this means you're in flow. So the one is concentration, being able to focus on a task without distractions. 2 is clear goals, having a clear goal and understand the objectives of the task. 3 is transformation of time, experiencing a sense of timelessness and being unaware of the passage of time. In some cases, 2 hours will pass and it seems like you're working for 5 minutes. In other cases, 2 seconds will pass and it feels like you have all the time in the world. The experience is intrinsically rewarding. It's effortless, and it's at ease. And there's a balance between your challenge and the skill that you're doing. The challenge of the task must match the skill level of the person undertaking it. There's a loss of self-consciousness, becoming unaware of oneself, and being wholly involved in the task. There's a feeling of control. Feel that you have control in a situation, having the ability to make decisions. And you get immediate feedback, receiving feedback from the task in a timely manner. So by concentration and goals, we say that I have a task that I'm working on, which is my goal, and I'm focused on it, and I'm able to concentrate on that one task. We've all had this experience. We start working on a project, or we start doing something, and all of a sudden, 2 hours have passed, and you look at the clock and you go, wow, I can't believe 2 hours have passed. And this happens to all of us, but it would be really handy if we were able to get into this state basically on command and be able to focus on this and be able to improve our performance and our creativity. So since we can define what flow is, we can measure it, we can track performance, and then by doing that, we can identify ways that we can enter the flow state with other techniques that have been around on the planet for centuries. So if you'd like to learn more about this, go to my website, sign up for one of my classes where I've been teaching people how to do this for over 40 years. We just didn't have a fancy name like flow for it, but we teach people how to tap into their creativity, how to be more focused on what the task is, how to recall that information better, and be more creative. So there's a lot of benefits to this, as we've mentioned so far. So stay tuned we have a few more episodes on flow and what that means to everyone. But if you're interested, go to my website, sign up for one of my classes, and learn how to take control of this and enter flow on command.